Hey, good morning and welcome to the homestead. So you might have seen us doing some stuff on our Pitboss. I think it's an 850, 550. I can't remember anyways. It doesn't matter. Really enjoy using that, but it's quite large and quite heavy. And our camper really has no good way of cooking outside. We'll take you down here in just a second and show you the grill, or not the grill, the burner that's there and what we plan to do with this. But we wanted to do something for the camper for when we travel for cooking. And I ran across this Pitboss. I don't know. You'd think there'd be a model on here somewhere. Anyways, it's a little portable one. Right here. The little portable grill. It's smaller than this box, obviously. Weighs something around 40 pounds. Holds 7 pounds of pellets. Seemed to get really good reviews. And the thing was like 230 bucks at Walmart. So we're going to open this up, we're going to burn it in, and we're going to cook us a chuck roast. We're not going to make this like an unboxing video. We're kind of just going to open it up, burn it in, cook a chuck roast, show you the roast. I think there's enough unboxing videos on these, and then we'll give you our opinion on it as we're pulling the roast off later. But there's the book. This one does not come with a temperature sensor probe. So if you want a probe, order one. In our case, we have a probe here for this one, and we have two that came with the one in Florida, so we don't need another probe. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this out. I'm going to get it ready to burn in, and I'll bring you right back. Alright, so it's together. Assembly took about 10 minutes and one Phillips screwdriver, and that's it. We're going to put some pellets in it, and we're going to burn this thing in. I think Sue said she read more than 350 or more for at least 30 minutes to burn it in. So we're going to go ahead. This thing does hold 7 pounds of pellet. That's probably enough to get it burned in. We'll bring you back when we let's do the chuck roast. So what I wanted to do is I just kind of have you guys come around over here, and I was going to show you what's going on here. First thing I can just figure out how to turn it on. So the other one has an on-off button, this one doesn't. This has a knob, off, smoke, and then your temperatures. There's a prime and a Fahrenheit and Celsius. So we're going to go ahead and go to 400. We're at 400, and then we're going to hold the prime button. And if you guys come around looking here, you should see the auger turning. And right down on the bottom there is the igniter. And you see they're just dropping everywhere right now. We need to get them piled up around the igniter, which it'll do in a second here. Alright, so we're going to let that come up, and we're going to finish putting it together. We're going to let this burn off for about 45 minutes, and we'll bring you back and show you the chuck roast going in. And while we're waiting for that, we'll probably walk you down to the camper and show you why we're doing this and where we're going to put this. So we'll be back when we get down to the camper and the smoke clears. So what the camper has, it has this little 2-burner stove that doesn't work all the greatest. Set it up like that, and as you can see, there's not room for like 2 frying pans or anything. You could put a griddle on here, I suppose, but the knobs stick up in the way over here. It's just not conducive to like cooking steak or burgers or anything, you know, fun like that. But my plan is to take this out, take this rack out. Now this here is the actual floor of the camper inside, so we can't go any lower than that. The sink over here, I'm going to pull this sink out, and I'm going to take this piece out. This is just it's just nothing. It's just a piece of paneling right here. I mean, I could rip it out right now with my hand. I don't know why they did it. It goes through to this bay here. So we're going to take that out. We're going to cover this sink over at the same height as this floor. So this is one, you know, closed in space. We'll probably leave this open here so we can put like paper towels or maybe pellets, something in there, a tray of pellets. And this is where the pellet smoker is going to live. The grill has cooked off. We've filled the pellets, and we've turned it down to 250. We've got our chuck roast, which is seasoned with just salt and pepper. And it was in the fridge for about 3 hours, and it was out on the counter for about 30 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and put that bad boy on there. And you can see that's a pretty healthy roast, and there's still a ton of space there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to close this up. Latch it. And we're going to forget about it for about 2 hours. We're going to check on it in 2 hours, at which point we'll probably start spritzing it like every 30-45 minutes. We're going to run it to, I'm thinking probably around 165, 170, and then we'll wrap it and we'll run it up to like, I think it's 204 or something in that ballpark. So we'll bring you back when we're ready to check it in 2 hours. So we've been 2 hours. We're going to go ahead and open this thing up and see what it looks like. Looking pretty good. We're going to go ahead and spritz that a little bit. Try to keep it wet. And we're just using a mix of apple cider vinegar, water, and pineapple juice, I believe. And we're going to check the internal temperature. Yeah, about 124. We're going to look at our pellets real quick too. They're doing fine for now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to close that back up. And probably reset our timer for, we'll go an hour this time. We'll spritz it again and we'll bring you back for that. Alright, so it's been about 2 more hours since the last time you guys saw it. So there it is. And we want roughly 165 to 180 internal. So we're not quite there. I mean, we're in the middle of it. I feel like it could go just a little bit more and have a little bit more bark. So we're going to go ahead and spritz it. And check our pellets again. And we're going to close this up. We're going to come back in probably 30-45 minutes. Alright, we've been another about 45 minutes. We're going to grab that and wrap it. And you could use butcher's paper, I guess it is, or is that what they call it? Yeah. But we don't have any, and we have tin foil. And we're going to put that back on there. Oops. Put that back on there. And we're going to forget about it for 2 more hours. It ended up being about an hour and a half on the smoker wrapped. Checked it, it was at 207, pulled it off. It's been resting for about an hour because I overshot, undershot, I don't know. It was ready a little too early for our normal dinner time. Well, let's go ahead and open this thing up and take a look at this and see what we got. I'm gonna go ahead and get it out of the tin foil. And just in case anybody was concerned, Dog is right here with me to check on this. Now it looks like a good dog-sized piece right there. So, actually, before we feed the dog, let me just cut you off a piece. And you can see the smoke ring. You can also see it pulls right apart. So let's go ahead and see what Dog thinks.
Dog tested, dog approved. Dog would like another sample.
There's a piece with a lot of bark on it, pretty good smoke ring, super juicy. Very good. I don't dance around like Kent Rollins does, but if I did, I would. I wish you guys could taste that. I would, I'd pass your piece if I could, but I'm just going to eat it all. So, you saw us start with the chuck roast. You know, not probably the best roast in the cow, and low and slow, just shreds. So, with that, I'm going to call the Tabletop Pitboss. Remember, I couldn't remember the name, or I couldn't find the name earlier. It's actually the Tabletop is the model. I'm going to call that a win. We did everything today on less than a half a hopper of pellets, way less, because it is about 91 degrees outside right now, so it didn't have as much work to do. But I think it's going to be a great little smoker for the camper. We're super excited and can't wait to try out that on the road with lots of other stuff. And Dog says Dog needs a little bit more. So with that, Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.